You're listening to the Cyberwire Network, powered by N2K.
Make your next move with American Express Business Platinum. Earn 5 times membership rewards points on flights and prepaid hotels booked on AmexTravel.com. And with a welcome offer of 150,000 points after you spend $20,000 on purchases on the card within your first 3 months of membership, your business can soar to new heights. Terms apply. Learn more at americanexpress.com/business-platinum. Amex Business Platinum. Built for business by American Express.
This malicious NPM package puts malicious payload inside other locally installed software, Atomic Wallet and Exodus in this case. So malicious payload is still there. That means once you find out that that package is maybe malicious, you remove it, but the malicious payload would stay still in Atomic Wallet software and an Exodus wallet software. So you would still be left with malicious payload even if you delete malicious NPM package.
That's Lucia Valentich, software threat researcher from ReversingLabs. The research we're discussing today is titled Atomic and Exodus Crypto Wallets Targeted in Malicious NPM Campaign.
In the last couple of months on NPM, there are a lot of packages that are malicious NPM packages that are targeting crypto community. So we are paying close attention to those kind of packages. This package in particular was marked as suspicious by our ML model. It was also marked as suspicious because it had JavaScript obfuscated file inside. So of course we decided to check it because, we had a couple of different channels pointing us to the suspicion of the package. And it never hurts to check files that have JavaScript obfuscated, of course.
Yeah. Well, as is often the case, the name PDF to Office sounds harmless. I suppose this is a common tactic of attackers using these sorts of useful names?
Yes, of course. There are a couple of things they use. They use typo squatting. So they take some legitimate NPM package name and they just add a few letters. Sometimes they use legitimate NPM package name and then they, make wordplay on that name. And sometimes they just think of some names themselves that they think developers could use, could download, that they think could be useful to developers. So of course, developers are more keen to download it.
Well, let's walk through this together. How would someone find themselves with this package installed, and what happens after it is?
So this package it's very simple. It doesn't try to mimic anything. It has very few files. It only tries to pass by a package that that converts PDF files to documents, to Office files. But this package, once installed, actually does, of course, malicious things. It checks if Atomic Wallet or if Exodus wallet is installed on victim's computer. And then if it is, it overwrites legitimate files inside with trojanized versions. And the legitimate files that are overwritten are used, for example, if you are using Atomic Wallet or Exodus Wallet and you are sending crypto funds to some other users, functions in those legitimate files that are overwritten are used. So, of course, trojanized versions have the same functionality as legitimate files, but few code lines are added. Malicious payload that is added just switches out outgoing address of a crypto fund. Of course, that results in malicious actors channeling crypto funds that victim would send to someone else to his own crypto wallet.
What about persistence here? How did they stay on the victim's machine even after that NPM package was uninstalled?
So that is very interesting because usually we see NPM packages, malicious ones, that have download payloads or are info stealers. So they have malicious payloads inside them. This malicious NPM package puts malicious payload inside other locally installed software, Atomic Wallet and Exodus in this case. So malicious payload is still there. So that means, which is a little bit scary, that means once you find out that that package is maybe malicious, you remove it, but the malicious payload would stay still in Atomic Wallet software and an Exodus wallet software. So you would still be left with malicious payload even if you delete malicious NPM package.
So it's actually modifying the Atomic or Exodus wallets themselves?
So I just want to clarify that Atomic Wallet and Exodus Wallet, legitimate software installers on legitimate sites, were not hijacked, but locally installed software were being hijacked.
I see. Are there any obfuscation or anti-analysis techniques that are used to hide the intent of the code?
Yes, of course. So usually malicious actors really like to use JavaScript obfuscator. Of course, it doesn't mean if some file is obfuscated with JavaScript obfuscator, it's malicious all of a sudden, but it doesn't hurt to check. So this malicious payload in NPM package was obfuscated with JavaScript obfuscator. I think it was obfuscated with very simple version because it was very easy to deobfuscate it. It also had malicious payload that would be injected into legitimate files, was obfuscator, or particularly more better say encoded with base64. It was very easily they obfuscated, but it was still, a little bit hidden.
We'll be right back. And now, a word from our sponsor, ThreatLocker. Keeping your system secure shouldn't mean constantly reacting to threats. ThreatLocker helps you take a different approach by giving you full control over what software can run in your environment. If it's not approved, it doesn't run. Simple as that. It's a way to stop ransomware and other attacks before they start, without adding extra complexity to your day. See how ThreatLocker can help you lock down your environment at www.threatlocker.com. And now a word from our sponsor, SpyCloud. Identity is the new battleground, and attackers are exploiting stolen identities to infiltrate your organization. Traditional defenses can't keep up. SpyCloud's holistic identity threat protection helps security teams uncover and automatically remediate hidden exposures across your users, from breaches, malware, and phishing to neutralize identity-based threats like account takeover, fraud, and ransomware. Don't let invisible threats compromise your business. Get your free corporate darknet exposure report at spycloud.com/cyberwire and see what attackers already know. That's spycloud.com/cyberwire. Let's talk about the targeting and the scope here. Were they going after specific operating systems or versions of the wallet or even user configurations?
So they targeted particularly at that time the last two versions of Atomic Wallet and the latest version at the time of Exodus Wallet, because between few versions of Atomic Wallet, install files are different. They have different names. So they targeted particularly those two, the latest versions they had, because they probably thought that anyone who used Atomic Wallet would update it soon or would have the latest version. So they wanted to make sure that they catch the most people. they can with their malicious packages.
Yeah, that's interesting. Was there any particular geographic distribution in terms of who they're going after? Any countries that they focused on?
Not particular, that they just checked if the user had installed Atomic Wallet or Exodus Wallet. They didn't check, geographic IP addresses or anything. At least in these packages, maybe there are some out there that they do that.
I see. Any indication as who might be behind this attack?
Well, we are not quite sure because there is no other metadata or nothing that is connected with those packages that we found. So we cannot point to, anything, but probably there are, threat actors, threat groups that are going for crypto community lately. I know that North Korea is, most likely to go after crypto community, but I'm not saying that in this case it's connected with it. Maybe some threat actor that, it's a lone wolf and he's just trying to get crypto funds taken away.
So it seems to be likely that this is financially motivated?
Of course.
Yeah.
Because, like with any crypto attack, they are trying to get funds, they're trying to steal funds in a very secretive way, very persistent way. So, yeah.
Well, let's talk about disclosure here. Once you confirmed this malicious behavior, what sort of steps did you take to alert the broader community?
So, of course, we reported it to the NPM managers, but before they could take the package down, it was probably taken down by the author of the malicious package because there is no security holding version, so probably it was just taken down. We also have Spectre Assure community page where we have all repos, public repositories and packages. And of course, there you can see what package is malicious and what package is goodware. And of course, we have marked that package as malicious on that site.
But looking at the big picture here, what does this particular incident say about supply chain security in an open source ecosystem like NPM?
Of course, it only solidifies the threat to crypto community because we had in the end of the last year, we had a couple of big crypto community attacks. Some big legitimate crypto packages were hijacked, or legitimate packages were hijacked and were injected with malicious payloads that targeted crypto community. So it only solidifies that crypto community is obviously very vulnerable now and everyone is trying to steal funds. But it also highlights the idea that malicious actors are always trying to find new ways to hide malware, to inject malicious payload somewhere. They also, they were trying to hijack some packages, but now they found an easier way because this time, they don't have to hijack anything. They just need to inject malicious payload in already installed NPM packages, which is much easier and it's a little bit harder to detect and a bit more persistent. So yes.
What are your recommendations then for if someone's a user of Atomic or Exodus wallets? What sort of things should they look out for?
Basically, if you're using any, not just Atomic Wallet or Exodus Wallet, but if you're using any crypto-related software or crypto-related package, I think you should be on a lookout. I think you should be aware that there are malicious NPM packages or, malicious threat actors targeting you because crypto communities, especially on NPM at least, are targeted now. But also, you as a developer, you as a user of Atomic Wallet and Exodus in this case, if you have the versions that are affected and accidentally installed a malicious package, this particular, you should remove malicious package and you should reinstall those versions of Atomic Wallet and Exodus Wallet as well.
Are there any improvements that you'd like to see from package managers like NPM to help defend against this sort of thing in the future?
I think maybe work, I'm not sure if they are doing it already, but maybe work closely with some threat researchers on taking down malicious NPM packages or PIPI packages or anything. I'm not sure who is doing what, but I think that would help in making community more healthy and more safe.
Our thanks to Lucia Valentich from ReversingLabs for joining us. The research is titled Atomic and Exodus Crypto Wallets Targeted in Malicious NPM Campaign. We'll have a link in the show notes. And that's Research Saturday, brought to you by N2K Cyberwire. We'd love to know what you think of this podcast. Your feedback ensures we deliver the insights that keep you a step ahead in the rapidly changing world of cybersecurity. If you like our show, please share a rating and review in your favorite podcast app. Please also fill out the survey in the show notes or send an email to cyberwire@n2k.com. This episode was produced by Liz Stokes. We're mixed by Elliot Peltzman and Trey Hester. Our executive producer is Jennifer Iben. Peter Kilpie is our publisher, and I'm Dave Bittner. Thanks for listening. We'll see you back here next time.